powers of the Titan is absolute, but is it really? Let's find out in the final season of Attack on Titan. Let's talk about this. What is going on, guys? My name is DJ Milez, and this is the final season of Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 1, or Episode 60, titled The Other Side of the Sea. And before we begin with this video review, if you want to see the value and entertainment I provide on my channel, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel to be informed on when I will be dropping Attack on Titan content. Now, after a long-awaited tease on whether or not we were going to see this final season, even the pandemic can't do anything about the final season of Attack on Titan, and here we are. And how are the people of Marley doing against the people on Paradise Island? Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit later, because right now on the Marley side of the continent, they are facing off against the people in the Mid-East Allied forces, and this episode takes place specifically on the Marley people taking down Port Slava, if I'm saying that correctly. With that being said, we see some new character introductions of these 4 kids, which I'm sure they will be our main focal point in this final season. Colt, Falco, Sophia, Udo, and Gabby, and where we see a sprinkle of personality get introduced with each one of those characters. The one that take the focal point, of course, is Gabby and Colt specifically for me, because we saw Colt speaking with one of the Marley commanders, Magus, I believe his name was, and he was saying, hey, listen, Colt, you want to be the successor of the Beast Titan? This is what you got to do. You got to be in the front line of war. And this episode did a great job, if you didn't know, showing us just how nitty and gritty and just extreme it is to be in the front lines of any battle. That war is not a pretty thing. War is frightening, and of course the people of Marley, they really shove down that propaganda of how the Marley people, oh, poor the Marley people, they suffered so much because of you bastardly devils, Eldian people, and because of that, if you want to make up for it, you're going to be the scapegoat of this war against the Mideast Allied forces. And now this is where we see Gabby also take front center page, where she comes up with a plan to throw some dynamite on one of the railroad tracks. And she's a smart, cunning young girl, and she's the top of the crop compared to her friends and maybe other Eldian people in general. But not only that, she has a strong desire to become the next what? Armored Titan. And will that happen? Most likely. But if that most likely happens, then I'm frightened for Reiner. And it's crazy because immediately I just wanted to hate this season with Reiner and Zeke for doing what they're doing. But they're spinning this interesting narrative where Zeke and Reiner, and where Zeke specifically is talking to Reiner saying, you see what happened? Because we failed in Paradise Island 9 years ago, now we have to do this. And how absolute and strong are the power of the Titans? Because we saw Reiner struggling a little bit, and well, he definitely had limbs torn off of him with these anti-Titan shells with the mid-allied forces, and where you thought it would have been just a devastating, crushing blow, and at the end of the episode, you can say it was. Oh, no. The newspaper is showing this side of, oh, the Marley people absolutely came out with a decisive victory. But what we saw in this episode wasn't that. And with the other nations of Marley maybe knowing the truth or not knowing the truth, we saw how at the end of this episode, and I'm going to predict a Jean, because of what we saw with the promo trailer, grab that newspaper at the end and reading what he saw. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Studio Mappa, because I think a lot of people, including myself, were really interested in seeing how was Studio Mappa going to animate this. And from what I saw in this first episode, yes, we've seen some CG. I think now, at this point, it comes with the territory of Attack on Titan, for better or for worse. But personally, that Reiner transformation scene where we see him turning into the Armored Titan looked absolutely stunning. I got goosebumps, and I'm like, oh my god, Reiner is looking crisp, he's looking clean. Even his older look and Zeke's older look as well looks very highly animated to me. But I'm curious to know in the comments down below, how do you guys think Studio Mappa has taken care of the animation production side of things? One interesting tidbit that we did find out from Commander Magus when he was talking to Gabby was that the plan to take down Paradise Island failed miserably, and Paradise Island has what? The female Titan, which we know is Annie, and they have the Colossal Titan, which who has it? It's Armin. But that being said, I'm a little confused on the lifespan on the Titan owners. So I do like how this episode did sprinkle in the idea on who's going to become the next Beast Titan and who's going to become the next Armored Titan. But if someone can just tell me where I'm messing up here with this timeline, we've learned from previous seasons that Titans or Titan possessors have 13 years to live. If Reiner and Berthold planned their attack on Paradise Island in the beginning of the series, and then they went through boot camp training with Eren and Mikasa and the rest of that group for 5 years, and then they lost the war, and it's been 9 years since that, then that's 14 years, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so my math is wrong, or there's something I'm missing here, because Reiner and Zeke should have been dead? How does the mysterious powers of you dying really work when you're a Titan owner? Because they should have been dead now, right? Or maybe the anti-shell weapons did a number on Reiner because he's already getting to that expiration point. I'm curious to know in the comments down below if you guys can help me out with that, because I'm a little confused about that part. But it's interesting to see with the failure of Zeke and Reiner that the war with the Mideast allied forces that went down with Marley in its entirety took 4 years. So Marley, are we going to see the fall of Marley? I really thought it was just going to be a one side of the Marley people versus the Eldians on Paradise Island. But no, I do like the world building that we're getting with this. And how are the other nations going to do knowing this tidbit of information? But I'm curious to know in the comments down below, what did you guys think about the premiere episode of Attack on Titans? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. I thought this was a fantastic episode. Of course, Eren and Mikasa and the squad, they are MIA for now, but I like the world building that we have seen with this episode, and I cannot wait to see how things transpire. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more anime content. My name is DJ Milez, and as I always say, to be continued, take care.